You're good whenever.
Yep, it is May 7th, 2022. We're playing Shatterstar.
Last time on Shatterstar, the group continues searching the group of caverns, starting with the deserted campsite. They found blocks of black clay. Gap remembered is used somehow in relation to fire substitute down in the caverns because you don't want to have smoky caverns. Ripley found some large mosquito-like carcasses around the site, and big. They were quite big. Other than these things in the tents, only some rations remained. The group continued onward, coming to a fork in the road. Ripley, seeing with his incredible tracking skills, found some nearly unnoticed tracks further into one of the tunnels where some kind of dust coated the rocky floors. Then they came upon another chasm that stretched 40 feet from their side to the other. With their dark vision, they were able to see a ladder in good condition that had been cut from their side and was resting along the opposite side. And this wasn't just a ladder, this was the kind that was probably meant to fold up and someone could carry with them. It was in very good condition, except for the cut straps. Gap intended to go over and retrieve it in his bat form, but in doing so disturbed some spores and dust along the wall. Gap had to roll some saving throws, managed to do just fine, and was able to make it back.
No, I actually got confused. I just rolled well on the confusion table.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So, but right. Either way, he was able to make it back. Demon, seeing this and hearing how this stuff seemed to work, just thought, hey, this could be useful. And seeing that further down the corridor there were some big sheets of webbing, decided to try and tear some webbing down and make some sort of spore bomb. Which, Themen, right now I'm going to have you make 3 craft checks, which I didn't do at the time, but need to be done.
Oh, okay.
These are going to be... what do you think you would use? You could use a disabled device, perhaps, or a sleight of hand would probably be a little bit better for this kind of thing. But for this, because it's very specific, I'm just going to have you roll a dexterity check. Straight dexterity. And this will be with your previous dexterity, not your current dexterity.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have like a bunch of crafting skills?
I do, but nothing that would fit.
Right.
Yeah, nothing for this specifically because it also uses spores. Which
Yeah, I guess craft alchemy would be the most appropriate.
Yes. If he had craft alchemy, okay.
Well,
All right.
pretty shitty, but
Well, I mean, you think you've done a pretty good job. You're unfamiliar with how these things work. Just mark down next to your 3 spore traps. Spore
4 bombs.
Wasn't it 4?
It was 4.
Oh, well then roll one more.
So two good ones and 2 duds.
All right. So roll. Put
50-50.
yes. Put 50-50 next to them. So 4 and then 50-50 next to them.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what'll happen is that you'll roll. If you ever want to use one, you'll need to roll. And make. I'm do 4 D100, please.
Peace.
Okay. Oof. All right. All right.
Does he get dust in his face or something?
No, it's as I'm doing it, I accidentally use my mage hand to scratch my eyeball, and dust goes in my eye.
Yeah. do you think you would continue making them if they affected you anyway?
Yeah, I would continue
Okay.
because I can see the long-term
All right.
benefits.
Then roll three Constitution saving throws.
Oh, this is gonna be fun since I've been rolling shitty. Yep. Gosh, don't let me attack anything tonight.
All right. You take 2 wisdom damage. Sorry, but that's how it works.
Yay, I'm dumb.
It's fine. You only suffer from one less
Yeah,
on
I
your
know.
wisdom saving throw, so it's not bad. And you do have 4 of these things.
Yeah. 2 duds and 2 good ones.
Well, high risk, high reward.
Yep.
You know, and you probably erred a little bit closer to the risk side, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was very inventive. And just to be a little bit clear, because I was looking over the spell, the way your the mage hand works, you wouldn't have been able to just grab a handful of it with the mage hand, but you could definitely like have a pot and have used that to collect it, you
Okay.
know, which doesn't change anything at all. It just changes how it's
Mechanics.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Mage Hand works on a specific object. It's
yes,
not a free. It's not a free floating hand that you can do
Gotcha.
whatever you want as a hand.
Gotcha.
Those need higher level spells.
right.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention that so you have a better idea how your spell works.
Valid. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So you did that. Um, Continued on. Gust decided that it would be a good idea to throw one of his pots down the rocky walls, hitting a bunch of walls, and didn't seem to cause alarm immediately. So y'all continued down, and then a bunch of spiders dropped from the ceiling. Some started to attack Theman. The swarm did, and you guys just had a battle. Um, a bunch of them were smushed by Ripley. I remember, just generally speaking, Ripley got a lot of them. Let's see. Some were right. Gus got a few with his acid splash, and the great and powerful got a few, although he was rolling kind of poorly at one point. You all were able to continue on to the next part after destroying those. Several came out and then burst back into this section here. Suddenly, you all were in an area completely full of webs and sticky floors. You were able to do fairly well, not taking that much damage. Although Theman decided, while the rest of you were otherwise busy, to go south, where he found what appeared to be several broken and very old altars, perhaps, or just tables that at one point been made or that were made of some sort of stone, perhaps tiger's eye, as well as other bits around here, shelving, things like that. While he was trying to saw off a portion of the table with his piece of a chiton, he was attacked by 2 worms. So by himself, he was having to deal with 2 worms, which was not great for someone who was ranged. He let out a cry of consternation. The rest of you heard it. I believe it was Gap who heard it clearly, and Ripley who heard it a little bit. Realize what's going down. You start heading down as fast as you can, but with webbing on the floor was quite difficult. You did manage to get there in time and help to stomp out these 2 worms that had severely crippled our friend Theman while he was attempting to take a portion of this altar. And that's where you are, all together with two dead slugs on the ground. One of them completely smushed beyond recognition. It's just a splatter on the ground from Ripley's staff.
And
Is there anything I missed?
no, just that he has 5 dexterity damage now. So even if we
Yeah.
can't heal him back to full, he is.
Yes, and Theman, your skin has grayed. It is starting to crackle, and you're finding it much more difficult to move. It's almost like you feel like brand new baby deer, like unsure of their legs and things like that. You're definitely more clumsy than you were before.
Hey, great! Break me off some of that tiger's eye. I can't do it now. See? Crackle skin.
You also notice Theman as you look at your chiton knife, as it were, that a lot of the ridges have been broken off. Just in your attempt to saw through this, it seems that this, whatever it is, this metal-like substance isn't nearly as strong as it may appear to be, or how strong it was in life.
I'll go ahead and I'll toss that one chiton blade, and then I got one left.
Okay. Okay. They just toss it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it angrily at the tiger's eye table,
Gotcha.
just because I'm pissed.
It clatters off the other side of and hits the stone, the oblong stone formation in the middle that seems to be that seems to have some shelving units on it.
We did detect some magic in them, right?
Not as far as I know yet.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, didn't know you were still here. I take it something shiny caught your eye.
Tiny. Where? Ooh, great! Smash! Smash! Smash table! Smash! Use the worm if you have to. Please.
So the rest of you can see now that this table, maybe perhaps at one time was. There's still portions that stick out, and it's still the portions that are not ruined or grown in bits of stalagmite are quite smooth, and at one point was probably a valuable piece of something. You're not sure what.
My precious.
Did anyone want to search around or pursue?
I'll go on. Ahead.
Gap is going to just lay.
I mean, since we're back here, we might as well take a quick look around this area. We kind of cleared out the spiders to a good extent. We're no longer chasing down crawlies.
You Sylvan toddler idiot! I can't protect you if you run off on your own.
Smash! Smash!
What is your intelligence right now?
um, my intelligence is 16. My wisdom is now at 8.
Okay, I wouldn't interpret that as you being stupid. It's just you have no common sense and are probably going to be more prone to.
I want my tiger's eye. Smash it.
Even Frank has enough sense not to run off in caves by himself, and he's 8.
Smash my damn tablet. Smash it.
Oh, smash something, all right. Gap bonks you on the head.
Ow, I've only got 3 HP left. Leave me alone.
I was gonna say I don't think we have the tools to harvest this unless someone has a hammer.
Pickaxe. Who picked up one of those pickaxes?
I mean, if there's a pickaxe, I don't mind smashing it up a bit for him, unless it looks like there's. I guess detect magic. Make sure there's no magic on this altar.
Okay, what are we actually trying to do with this?
I want Tiger's Eye bits because again, jewel making, make money. I can get some
So
money.
just to make sure you guys have an accurate idea of what you see here, you see one altar-like thing here. You see another altar-like thing here, or it was. Both of them are somewhat smashed, not in fairly big pieces, not anything that small. Then this thing in the center that you can't really see around, it seems to have different levels of where someone could like put like books or knickknacks or something in between like it each floor of shelving would be at would have about a foot and then or about a foot and a half, then a level, then a foot and a half, then a level. It has definitely degraded, and portions are sort of torn out or overgrown with stalagmite, with limestone. But it clearly was designed as something like that. And then down here, you're not sure what it is, but it might be a small storage chest or something. It is also broken in half, and yeah, but that's all you can really notice without anything further.
Detect magic?
Yeah, you detect magic. You sweep around the room. You do not detect magic.
Okay, if there's no magic left on these altars, I don't mind smashing it up a bit. I can help with a pickaxe or something to.
Yeah, I also have a hunting.
So
knife.
does it look like these shelves have been like long abandoned, or have uh, they seen some use?
Okay, so on the shelves you see a lot of of what looks like broken and burned boxes of some sort, or just like chunks of wood that is long decayed. Um, if you get closer, give me a perception check, Ripley. All right, that's not bad. You can see as you get up close. Now, do you touch anything, or do you are you just looking at it?
Well, he's just looking through the shelves, not like specifically touching anything unless something looks particularly interesting. Maybe
Okay.
he'll like slide his finger down one of the shelves just to check for dust.
Okay. Not. As you slide your finger down and it comes back a little bit blackened, like perhaps soot or something like that. Um, you don't really find dust, as in what you might be looking for, but there's a little bit of a sludge, um, uh, like what, but like what would happen if something decayed has been sitting there for a really long time. It's just cluttered with all manner of uh, cylindrical forms, box forms. Um, some of the boxes that you sort of brush against, there it seems to be like a waxy substance on it, but that's all you can really tell with 15.
Bitey's gonna just kind of take a pass at things, looking for maybe any smaller details that other people might have missed, kind of hidden compartments or stuff buried under rubble.
Okay.
Oh, and I rolled a 3. Never mind.
So was Gap with you too, or
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll a perception just to see if I find anything of
Gath
interest.
is currently admonishing Theman, though. He wasn't looking for that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not able to really discern anything other than what Ripley found. And Theman had found some pottery in where he is currently wanting to be smashed within an alcove underneath this table, this altar. But that was all he really saw. Besides everything else that's completely that's just destroyed or decayed. Gust, with an 18, you notice some just last bits of skeleton that are that have lied that are right over here. They're just inert, right next to each other, and you notice that. But and there's a little. They have what could be the remains of some strips of clothing on them, but that's really all you see.
All right. Well, I might go investigate that further.
Okay.
I'm going to take my tent stakes because I'm assuming I've got tent stakes because I have a tent to set up.
Sure.
And because they're probably iron, correct?
Iron 10 sticks. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm going to start beating on the table trying to bust off a piece.
With a hammer?
No, just with a tent stake, just smashing it.
Okay. How long do you want to be at this?
Until I get a couple of pounds of tiger's eye.
Okay.
One track mind.
Okay, so how is the tiger's eye stuck in there?
No,
The table's made of it.
the table, or at least the top of the table, he thinks is made of a decently valuable stone.
Okay.
That's all I noticed.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, it'd be the pick. I guess Gap could do a decent job at that. He's also going to do it just to make sure Theman doesn't hurt himself while in his own attempts, mostly.
So you join in?
Yeah.
All right. So Gus goes closer to the two skeletons to investigate them close up. With an 18, you can find sort of fallen between the rib cage of one of them. You find what appears to be a copper coin that had been protected from most of the elements from the rib cage itself. Do you get it?
Detect magic.
It is not magical.
And can I roll a separate perception for traps on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Ugh.
You detect no traps.
I guess I'll go ahead and pull it for a closer look.
Do you say out loud that you're checking for traps, or just do it privately?
No,
Well, I mean,
you
I'm
admit it.
just checking on my own, but I'll call out that I found some corpses to the group.
Okay. Bitey will go over there and will cast grave words on them.
Oh. Remind me what that does again?
They talk and off they babble for a round, basically. This is actually useful, but it's still, it'd still be interesting. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, let me spell it. If you're forced to talk, but it can't ask specific questions. The corpse. It is not a corpse, it is a skeleton.
Okay, well, he's going to cast it anyway just to watch its jaw move a bit and to mess with the people.
Okay. So if it was possible to, it might be able to say something, but this is not something that was alive anytime soon, anytime recently. So you do see the jaw move a bit, but but there's no way for it to make sound.
It has no throat.
Yeah, it has no throat, and it is a cantrip. So
Well, I mean, I was okay. I guess that since it is necromancy, you might argue it can talk anyway through magic.
hmm, one dead creature. The target is one dead creature. This is a dead
It
creature.
doesn't say it needs a throat or anything, and I'm using
Mm.
necromantic magic to force me to animate it.
Well, yeah, I was reading the description, which says a corpse.
Now, I mean, you are, even though it doesn't say so, it'd be reasonable to assume there is some kind of.
Roll me a D100. You want higher.
Nope. How many are there?
2. You can roll it twice. No. The bones sort of rattle around a little bit, but that's all that happens.
The dice are not in our favor tonight so far.
You figure that this cantrip works much better with a body that has more of its body left.
Oh, here we go. It actually explains it at the very bottom. You can cast it on a corpse that is dead for any amount of time, but it must have a mouth.
Hey.
What is basically what you're going to say.
Yep. Yeah. So it stuff moves, but and not enough of the body is left. So
Okay. Bitey does a dramatic pose to frighten anybody who doesn't realize how his magic works.
okay. So anyway,
But he trips.
so you pick up the coin. You can see that on as you sort of rub it to see what is on the coin. It's quite difficult to make out. On one hand, on one side of it, you think it's basically the outline of a hand, and you can't really see what the other side is. It's too much. It's too dirty and it's too caked with bits of stone, like a coating of stone. Basically, you would. The only reason you saw it is because that some of a portion of it was visible. So you can take it back or clean it with some sort of acidic substance to get rid of the stone, perhaps. But right now you're not sure what it means. But doesn't appear to be a common copper coin.
It's an uncommon copper coin.
Who knows? It does appear to be a little bit larger than a regular copper. Perhaps it's a token, or you're not sure, but it is something different. It is something that you now have. So while you're doing that, Gap and the ectoplasmic part of you and Themen
Gap smash!
pounding away at this thing.
I am focusing more on stopping Jasmine from hurting himself than actually getting the tiger's eye, for what it's worth.
Okay, so just to be clear, did you do anything with the pottery that was found in the chamber underneath?
Uh,
I'm asking Themen.
I wouldn't, because I'm focused on the.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a
Shit.
roll a D100.
Oh.
Okay. As you're pounding away at this thing, the stone breaks away, and a portion of the pottery gets smashed. It didn't smash the entire thing, but a portion of it gets cracked and further broken. but you now have this nice 2-pound section of tiger's eye. I mean, you can see that the stone actually goes all the way through. It's not just wood and then stone. It appears to be entirely full stone.
Awesome. And I guess at this point, hearing and seeing that thing smash, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the pottery underneath.
Okay. The pottery, for the most part, was kept free of the elements, or at least of any precipitation, because it had a table over it. But it has some. It has what appears to be some sort of artwork on the side that depicts individuals. The paint is incredibly cracked. But with the damage that it has sustained, you aren't able to get a clear idea of it. You would need to bring all the pieces to someone who would be able to restore it.
Hey, Bitey, come back over here and cast mending on this thing.
You would need to bring it to some. So sure, go ahead and mend it.
At the very least, I could fix the damage that we caused. I might not be able to do the other stuff. Well, I don't know. It's magic.
So what do you do?
I am a jeweler, too, so I could put it together. Potentially.
I'm just waiting for you to say what you want to do.
Well, I mean, sometime Bitey's a bit distracted, but after a few minutes, if nothing else happens, he'll go over and start casting the spell.
Okay. Ripley, during all this time, what are you doing?
Well, Ripley checked the shelves, didn't really see anything, just feels kind of ewy, I guess.
Yeah, mostly ooey and gross. There are some drier spots towards the rear of the shelves, but that's about it.
So after some cursory investigation, he's just going to start like being a watch, sort of tilting his head around, making sure nothing is coming at us, and occasionally just saying, "Oh, I really don't want to stay around here too long. It's kind of creepy here. By the way, I think our friend is hurt pretty bad. Do we have any potions?"
I think we have one potion left, you know.
You probably should give it to him since he's that low.
You guys have checked this altar. You checked here. There's this thing, this sort of box thing that Gus is next to, and this other smaller altar over here.
Have we not checked that smaller altar?
No one said.
Okay. Gap is still keeping a close eye on Theme, and Bitey's casting the spell, so they won't do anything.
Ripley, you're right next to it. Did you want to check that out while you're over there?
Does anything immediately stand out about it?
It appears to be. I mean, the stone you saw in the first one seems to be a similar stone. You're not familiar with stone, really, but it seems to be a similar kind, and it's just a smaller table. I mean, if it doesn't look interesting, you don't need to. I just wanted to give you the opportunity if you wanted to.
So from the corpses, we got a odd-looking copper coin, but nothing else.
From the corpses, correct.
I guess after I was done with the corpses, I said I was going to help Themen break off some of the altar, but he already has that. So, I mean, I'm willing to survey this whole area and then move on.
Okay. So
Ripley is not going to take an interest in it.
Sorry, you said Ripley wasn't going to take an interest in something.
He's not going to take an interest in the altar. He'll just be, oh, It's weird that there's something like this here, but oh well.
Okay. So how far do you go, Gus?
I mean, I'm staying with the group.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm with the group, but I said, do we want to explore this area, or do we want to go back the way that we were exploring the spider cave?
I say we finish what we started.
All right, so turn around back the way we came from.
Hey, we gotta finish looking at the face. Cast mending.
I mean,
okay.
I can do it later.
So are we guess collecting it up and giving it to somebody to carry?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
entire pottery will be 5 pounds.
Okay, Gap should be able to carry that.
Okay. All right. So you leave this area and go back.
Before I go, though, now that Bitey's ditches the spell, I'm going to see, based on what I can tell about how the altars look and the coin's design and just a general layout, to see if that kind of pricks any knowledge of my history about what the kind of general culture might be, maybe time period, that kind of thing.
Coin, you can't see really. The coin is mostly covered by rock. There's only about a quarter of it that's visible. That was shiny, and Gus saw that quarter, and it looked like part of it was like could have been a hand. Difficult to tell. You can only see one side of it. But you can attempt a religion check for the rest of it if that's what you want to.
No, I wanted a history check to know that just the general time period, the culture, that kind of thing. Like if this is just if this is recent for people around here, or if it's something else.
You can make a history check, sure. You can also make a knowledge local check if you have it. Anybody can.
I only have. I do not have that.
While they're doing that, I'm going to move behind the pillar and I'm going to go ahead and cast Infernal Healing.
But Gap will follow you. He was explicitly keeping an eye on you. And
Stay away from me!
where'd you go? I don't.
He went actually. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere that they can't necessarily see me as I'm casting Infernal Healing. Stop following me!
Last time I didn't, you nearly died.
Stay away! Run away!
You can't hide inside.
Yes, I can!
Okay, hang on. Okay, where you guys are right now? Just make
Hold on.
a little bit of a perception check, both of you.
Okay. Gap got a natural one.
Dang.
Yay!
Right, that's Gap that's falling, not biting.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, wow, 28.
Bitey's kind of analyzing everything and just thinking about to his studies, trying to trying to figure out what this whole place is about.
Yeah. And I wanted to say this right now. I'm gonna try something out. Well, just for my own sanity and for the sanity of others. If you guys are all in one area and you're doing a perception check, for now, I want you to pick two people who will head it up. Who will head the perception check up. And you can either both roll or one can be the main guy and the other one can assist. I'm gonna do that kind of thing with knowledge checks too. For now, I want to see how that works because there's a lot of rolls, and I think it'll help things a lot easier, and I think it'll also help sort of have certain people being these are the perceptive ones, or these are the certain are the knowledge ones, because it just seems weird to. It's like you get to a place and then like all of you just roll all the rolls to see if you can just hit the number that you're trying to get, type thing.
Basically, anytime there's a general check, everybody can attempt. We only get 2 people.
Yeah,
To
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try that.
Right, especially at lower levels with low DCs, you could be untrained and still hit it if you have like.
Yeah, I think it'll just help with the general feeling of the gameplay, and it'll be a lot easier to keep track of them on the tracker.
Okay. Well, Bitey's obviously going to be one of the perceptive people. I think Ripley would be the other one if we're all there, because he's like,
Yeah, if you're all there.
I mean, I have a bonus on the trap finding, so I feel like I should at least be able to assist if traps are involved.
All right, what's your perception?
Specifically, now that would be a different thing. If you said I'm just looking for traps, that is different than a general perception check. I would allow you to roll a separate thing on that.
Sure.
That is a different
Okay.
thing. So, I just want to try that, and I just want to mention before we went too much longer, and we continue. Okay, with the 15.
I say, hey, Gap, look that way.
Theme,
It's a bird.
You notice you've gotten to
In a
place.
cave? No way.
There are alcoves on both sides of the hallway. There are these intentional, cut out of the rock alcoves. A lot of them are broken or clearly damaged, and you can see in several of these alcoves are more skeletons.
Okay. Well,
and many of them have deteriorated to such a point that it is just sort of sludge and dust on the floor.
Okay.
And you also notice that as you're walking around, that a lot of what you're walking around on is like knuckle bones and things like that.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna go on ahead and cast Infernal Healing so they don't see me as Gap looks at the bird.
Okay, well, Gap doesn't have doesn't have spellcraft, so it's not like you know what you're doing anyway. He'd see you taking out some blood and using it as part of the spellcraft.
No. It could be unholy water, so I could just be, taking a drink.
Yes, thick red.
But that
you
will
explicitly have to pull out blood and get a drop of blood to use the spell. I'm
pretty sure it has to be blood specifically.
Demon's blood or devil's.
Well, no. It can be devil blood or a dose of unholy water.
That's like 250 gold.
Ah, well, shit. Well, it's devil's blood.
Okay.
That's fine. That will heal me up some.
Well, but all Gap sees is him pulling out something that's red and using it as part of the spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's still looking at the bird, though. I'll go on ahead. I want to peek in one of the alcoves.
Sure.
See if there's anything of shiny value in there.
All right. With the
go on this side.
So keeping your 15, you look around and you do not see anything shiny. There doesn't appear to be anything shiny here.
Okay. Anything of any material value?
No. You see bones. You don't see any clothes. You just see bones.
Just see bones. Even in the alcoves?
Well, I mean, the only places the bones are is in the alcoves, and underneath your feet.
Yeah.
So it appears that these were
worth
fashioned for some.
It might be worth moving around some of the sludge, though, since there's a fair amount of debris in them.
Yeah, go ahead and get your hands in there.
Go on ahead, Gap. I'm going to chuck some knuckle bones into Gap because he's ectoplasmic. Because I can. So there's floating knuckle bones in him now.
Yeah, goes to do that, but he actually can't reach it. Something's stopping him.
Ooh, range! Stay away from me, Cap. I'm gonna go over here.
Guys, he's running away again.
I'm gonna go on ahead. I'd like to take a look down that hallway.
More alcoves. This seems to be a bunch of alcoves and more skeletons.
And then the tunnel collapses behind you, cutting you off. From the
Yeah, no, I'm done looking there. Leave me alone. Hey, Gap, go on ahead. Call your buddies over. Let's take a look over here.
I thought we were continuing on with the spiders and such.
What spiders? I didn't see any spiders. All I saw were slugs.
Yes, well, if you noticed, we continued northward and slew several spiders.
Oh, you did? I thought you guys were right behind me.
The sounds of battle would have been eminently obvious, even to you.
Nah, I was too focused on getting the tiger's eye out.
All right, so you guys.
I guess we can go ahead and go up north again.
You've searched this one, and you're going to go ahead and go north, correct?
Yeah.
You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion about what this is. I'd like to go on ahead and do a search or perception check on it.
Okay, you can take a 10 here if you want. 20, I don't really do those. Unless you are completely safe. This is not a completely safe place. So, you can take a 10 if you want.
Yeah, I'll take a 10.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, look, box smash. I'd like to take my jabby pokey tent spike and poke a couple of the boxes.
While you're doing that, Top and Bitey share some info, and Bitey's going to fly over real quick to see if he can spot any more of those coins.
Okay, give me a perception check.
25.
You get a pretty good look at these skeletons, and you do not see anything shiny within them. You do, however, notice slight markings above every single one of these. Well, at least that haven't been covered up. Markings above every single one of these alcoves.
Okay.
You have linguistics?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what languages do you speak again? I need
Common, Terran, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Undercommon. Okay.
Yeah, I got Undercommon just for this reason, to investigate the historical significance of chaos.
Give me a linguistics check.
Okay. I think I'll take 10 on this one for 16.
For 16, did you say?
Yep.
Hang on. My washer was saying, I'm done and I'm happy to be done.
I know that sound very well. That's what ours does too.
They appear to be names in Undercommon.
Okay.
But they are very old. You're not even sure you can. They're such an old dialect. You only recognize some of the characters.
Yeah, I'd need to. I'll make a note to get rubbings for this.
You would need to do something like that. You would need to do some actual research with older books that would where you'd be able to match. But because you got a 16 in linguistics, you at least have an eye. And because you do know Undercommon, this is think of Old English, right? Have you ever tried to read a book in Old English? It's hard.
Yeah.
So these are actually a better way to compare it is Old Chinese and current Chinese. If you ever tried to read the script that they use, way back in the day.
No, I haven't.
it's almost unrecognizable to a modern Chinese in a lot of ways. So, but the basic shapes are kind of there. So you recognize this as a form of undercommon, and the skeletons seem to be, well, it's difficult to say, but seem to be of a humanoid type, probably. With all the different with all the different ones you're currently looking at, but you just see faint scratches, and some of it is covered in limestone just from the wetness. But yeah, you think there are names above each of these places, and you only got that because you rolled so high.
Okay. So, does Gust come behind me like you did there?
I mean, I'm gonna go with you if you're wandering off this way. No one should be wandering around alone.
Okay. Well, he actually poofs back to human form and pulls back the hoodie. He's like, look! Oh my gosh, there's names here. This is Undercommon. This is like old, ancient Undercommon. Oh my gosh, I have to get my.
I actually know Undercommon as well, so I'll kind of read along whatever he shows me.
I have to get some of my extra paper from the survey supplies out. Hold on.
Do you have linguistics trained?
Yeah.
Cool. You can take 10.
Oh wait, no, I haven't put a point into linguistics yet.
All right. So you look at it, and it's difficult for you. It doesn't immediately pop out as Undercommon. With Batty's help, or with right. That's your name in this form.
I have not given my human name.
Right, I know.
I'm just Bitey the Bat.
So Bitey, sort of in a very hyper way, sort of starts showing you comparisons to what you know with the pictograms you're seeing here, and you can sort of follow along, kinda, but you don't quite get it.
He pulls out some charcoal and starts just kind of taking some quick rubbings of each bit and kind of points out the similarities. So see, like this letter is completely different, but this one stayed mostly the same. And kind of just does that real quick. Says, okay, I'm done. And moves back to a bat.
How many rubbings do you get about?
Just all the ones in this hallway.
Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3.
Meanwhile, Gap starts sliding along the floor back a little bit as I do this.
Right.
As the etheric the tendril,
Tether.
tether starts.
Leash. It's a leash.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, those with incredibly high perceptions might notice that Theman looks fit and fine.
Does Theman notice this?
Oh yeah.
So do you guys continue forward the way you're going over there, or do you could go back the way that you came? Like, keep searching.
I mean, we've said multiple times we're heading to the spider room. We're going to the spider room unless Theman's going to stop us.
Nah, I'm ready.
With the group.
I'll stay with the group this time.
Okay. You all continue back the way that you came. Theman, this is the first time for you in this room. It's once again very sticky. The room, everything is half speed, but since this isn't battle, you guys just continue on. Bitey, you want to continue doing what you were doing before?
I'm gonna just stay on. I'm gonna actually stay on Theman's shoulder this time.
Right, but did you want to keep on doing what you were doing? Do you remember?
You mean make sure put the torch out so I don't set the place on fire?
No. Okay. So you continue on forward.
I was occasionally pooping to human form to shake off all the cobwebs. And I have scent active, but that's always active. I don't need to like consciously focus on it, but it is there.
Okay, but you were specifically searching for spiders.
Yeah. I mean, I now that we are back in combat mode, he is probably focusing on that. That's how he can contribute most.
Cool. Go ahead and move how you move, and I will tell you when to stop or.
Let's very least get back up to this intersection here where we like turned around before.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet, right? Hang on, just.
Gap is at the front, as has been stated. Yeah, 30
But
feet.
Bitey's the one with the scent, right?
Yep, I'm going with the scent. And so I should probably actually be on Gus' shoulder instead. He pokes Themen on, bonks Themen on the head and jumps over to Gus.
I smack the wing as he's flying.
He gives you the finger? It's the wing. It's hard to tell.
The wingtip.
Okay, let me make sure that I put it on you. I'm going to grab you for a second.
I have a aura on.
Yeah, I was just making sure that it was you. That's fine. Okay.
Yep, that's me. See?
Continue. Oh, you go over there?
No, I was just showing the auras of mine.
Okay. Continue on wherever you go. So you see, as you go around this corner, all of you with dark vision see a much larger mound of webbing on top of something. It could be rock or whatever. You see some more eggs and some more blue. You're not sure what it is. Blue stone. Blue substance of some kind. Oh wait, but you don't. No, you do have. You don't have the.
The torch was threatening to set the entire place on fire.
Okay, you do not see
so
it in blue.
you would have to take it out otherwise, because you said there's cobwebs all over the place. So.
Well, yeah, but if you're very careful, you can sort of move around. And I did say that it was moist in there, so as long as you're not intentionally trying to burn the place down, and you're being careful with the torch, you can have it out.
Okay, I'll do that then. I was worried if we got into combat, we don't, but Gap doesn't have to fight with his hands. He can do any part of his body.
Okie dokie. So you do actually see these blue bits here.
Well, then I guess we'll investigate that.
Tiny.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Themen is a Skrit.
Yep, needs to look.
Okay. So you enter this room. It seems to be much the same. However, in this room, there are blue. It appears to be similar to the others that they. It seems to be spider silk of some kind, but for some reason it's blue. Not sure why.
Would a
Bitey, now that you're in there, you can sense if you're using your move action, which I imagine you are, to figure out where direction, you're sensing some strong spider scent in this direction. Sort of.
Herb.
It could be here. It could be here, but it's in this. It's diagonal from your direction. Very strong spider scent.
flip verb?
The 25 is. Did you just do that?
No.
He typed in blip verb.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Would a craft check help with identifying what that blue spider silk is?
I'm going to fire an acid splash onto the big mound and see if anything happens.
Okay. You fire acid splash onto it. You find some. Okay, well, it's really big, and it's.
I mean, it's a square. I only had
It's
to hit a
5 to hit
5.
a square, yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. So you hit a portion of it, and some of it wisps away, and you see a pair of legs.
Human?
Human legs?
Can be taken so wrong in so many different ways.
So sorry. Yes, they appear to be humanoid legs, covered in clothing of some kind or cloth. It's difficult to tell.
Guys, I think we might have found the second member of the expedition.
All right. So
Mummy?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try and pull them out. Everyone else, just get ready to hit anything that tries to attack me. Sound good?
Yeah, Gap will get in front of you.
All right. So I'm gonna grab the legs and just pull.
All right. There's some resistance, but with some help, you can pull this out. I assume somebody, if Ripley comes up next to you, he can help, or Gap can.
Yeah, Ripley will help out.
I can use acid splash to strategically cut like strong threads if needed.
Sure. Okay. You can use that to help weaken it, and either way, you get I get some help to pull him out the rest of the way. This you recognize as looking at it, dark skin.
Ezeal?
What?
Is it
Oh,
Ezeal?
yes, you remember their name.
Yep, I've written down.
Yes,
There are many.
appears to be a fetchling male, who you know to be Yasil Cortuna.
Is he the dead?
Would you like to perform a medicine check on him? A heal check?
Sure. Who has the best heal here? I have +2.
I have +5. I'll do it.
Also +5.
I'll just take 10. 15 should be enough to know if it's dead or not locked.
Okay, so is this what Gap does?
No, Bitey.
Bitey as a bat does this?
Yes. I just need to check his pulse
Okay.
and listen for breathing.
Yeah. Make me a perception check.
Okay.
As well.
24 and 15 heal.
All right. You are not surprised when his mouth suddenly elongates, opens, and 2 red pincers come out and try to attack you.
Okay.
We're at initiative, guys.
So is he dead or not?
He is dead. He is dead. This thing just crawled out from his throat or his head and... Wait, sorry about that. Can you do that one more time, Ripley? I'll make it a 9.
Roll the same initiative check 2 times in a row.
You did 17.
Oh, hold on. Did my scent not pick it up when I was right next to him?
It was in that direction.
Well, right, but if I'm within 5 feet, I pinpoint it square. So when Gus grabbed his legs, that should have been enough to know something. I mean, granted, the human body, the scent of the human body might have covered it up. I guess in this case,
it did, yeah, because it was inside it.
Yeah,
but it was enough that you still could sense it. It just wasn't strong enough. It wasn't like it was right there next to you. There was a wall of flesh between you and it, which threw up your senses enough that you didn't quite get it. But you probably didn't get. So I need to do my check here. Hang on. Yeah.
Ew.
Ooh, it rolled kind of low.
What the heck? What is this?
I hope you all enjoy, because that's what this is reminding me of.
What? Angelic expectations?
Yeah.
Kind of curious. I've never.
It's so messed up.
I love Plague of Gripes.
I have never heard of this channel.
Oh, if you've ever heard me say, like, make fun of Cormier from Guild Wars, it's from this guy.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
You should see his Pokemon video.
Oh gosh. Oh
Is
gosh.
that the select your partner one?
Yes, it is. So you have seen it. Sorry, little detour.
There we go.
Why are you like this?
Oh yeah. The Harkness test.
Would you like to read up on it? No, thank you.
Okay. It tried to attack you. And you weren't surprised, but so it doesn't have. It's not. It still. Hang on. Oh wow.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't surprised for that 19.
Sorry. that was a really high roll. Okay. It comes out and while
Oh, thank God.
yes, while you don't you're able to move slightly out of the way, just as you would if you as if it was a normal attack. It was still very incredibly odd that this was happening as the mouth sort of splits apart and this thing crawls out and tries to bite you. This thing appears to be similar to the spiders that you'd seen before, but this one is it has a mottled red color on it, and almost like it's moving around it. And this clearly is a little bit bigger and a little bit more powerful. And it is Bitey's turn.
Squish it.
Is this a normal round or a surprise round?
Well, it was surprising you. You can. Yeah, since you weren't surprised, you can attack.
Okay. I would like, as my surprise action, to try and notify someone else to give them a turn instead of me. And he does this by freaking the fuck out and just like climbing on top of whoever is closest and latching onto Gust's scarf and just like tugging at his hair to try to like ratatouille him to do something. just out of sheer panic of seeing a spider crawl out of somebody's mouth.
Okay. Is this something that?
I don't have any unique ability. I'm just thinking like flavor wise, since I can't do anything, he'd like try to get someone else to do something instead, and try to give kind of give up his action for them in a surprise round. If it's just a suggestion, feel free to say I can't do it. He might be too panicked to get anything done. Otherwise, if not, he's too panicked to do anything.
I believe he gets this opportunity attack from moving away from him.
Yeah, 5-foot fly.
Mm-hmm. On a surprise round?
I mean,
do we get attacks of opportunity in the surprise round?
flavor wise, I was too panicked to do that properly. Yes. If we're going full mechanics, though, if I acted before him, though, he doesn't get it. Because in the surprise round, I'm still acting before him.
Yes, the surprise round, you are still acting before him.
So I will say, yeah, he's too panicked to 5-foot fly, but thankfully he got to react faster. And just panics and tries to get Gus to do something for him.
Okay.
I don't have any ability to give him an action. It's just a suggestion. Otherwise, if you don't allow that, I'll just
No. Well, Gus, make a perception check.
I was gonna say, like, if we're doing like surprise round mechanics, don't we all just make perception checks?
Yeah, so, sort of, but it was typically it's the person who was attacked.
Okay, well, I failed it.
Okay. So then no for your suggestion.
Okay. He tries to knock off maybe do the day spell and forgets that it doesn't work on spiders.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else can, but I'll let you do a perception check because you were right there.
Okay. Actually, no, wait. No, his surprise round action would have been moving backwards since I can only move standard. So in that case, it would have been the move action of just to like.
Yeah. Okay. So we're starting at the top of the round. This spider is standing on top of the corpse. Just tried to attack Bitey.
I can't see it. Oh,
that little thing.
Could you move it to the front layer or move Gus to the back layer? It should be an option if you right click the token. There we go.
It is. I already have it on the phone.
Okay, cool. Gus, it can be in your square. If it's on top, then you'll see both.
Okay.
Okay. He Bitey recovers himself a bit. And again, I don't have any options if it's immune to mind affecting effects, so I will just panic thrust out the spear after turning back into human.
Okay, go ahead.
It doesn't work.
You strike, but it just sort of dances to the side. It's very nimble. Gust.
So is it currently in my square?
It would currently. Well, you were helping to pull him out, so
yeah. Okay, so I'm on a 5-foot step, and at least I'm flanking with Gap here, and I'm
difficult terrain.
Okay.
5-foot step. That's true.
I think you can still attack it if it's in your.
Yeah, you can still attack it. If it's a regular melee attack, and if it's small, totally.
But yeah, sure. I might as well. Hang on.
Hang on. I meant to do some rule searching for this type of thing, and I did for some of it.
Hear me?
Okay. They must enter an opponent's square to attack in melee. We already know this. These practice to attack from the opponent.
You can attack into your own square if you need to. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that made sense. It's a small thing. It doesn't make sense why you wouldn't be able to, but I was curious about the rulings on that. Yeah, totally can. Okay. Yeah. It just sort of wraps around your legs, and I'm about to climb up them, which it will do for its turn. It's going to climb up your leg, and attack your stomach.
Oh, that actually
Wow.
fails.
Wow. Yeah, I did really bad. Ripley.
And back.
It's your turn.
It's sort of using Augustus soft cover too.
So attacking while it's in Gust's square would come with penalties?
You will need to reposition just a bit. If you go up one square, you'll be there won't be a penalty.
But I also can't 5-foot step, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you'd be giving up your flurry just to do one strike.
Now, if you want to look at the things that you might not stick onto, if you were to step on some of this stuff, particularly just as long as it's not the floor, it might be less sticky. It's hard to know because you haven't really gone around, but pretty much all this stuff is going to make it hard to move. Unless you're a spider. Yeah, last minute twist of Gust made its fangs go a little bit off mark.
Hmm. I'm gonna see if I can get it from here. Now you might want to stay still, Gus, because this will hurt if I miss.
Is he flanking with Cap?
No, because the spider's on the other side of him. I was saying that he would need to move to a better spot if he would want to do something like that.
Ooh,
21 hits, 17 does not. What kind of damage is this?
Well, it's a fist, so bludgeoning.
Okay, you hit it, and it glances off, and his shell appears to be very resistant to your punches, it seems.
It's a little tougher than I expected for a spider.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep, that's a full round.
Themin.
Okay. So I'm assuming if I try to throw an acid splash on him, it's probably going to hit Gus too.
Precise shot is you have the precise shot feature.
I do, but would that work with spells too?
Yes, any ranged attacks, including spell ranged attacks.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Like if you didn't have it, you'd be taking a -4 penalty to try to avoid Gust.
okay.
Now that's obviously on top of any house rules that Goro does because he's in the same square, though.
Okay. Goro?
Yes.
Precise shot work? With spells?
With spells?
Mm-hmm.
You mean you get a +1?
I don't want to hit Gust.
Okay.
I've got Ray of
can-
Frost.
Uh-huh. Okay. So how it works is that you just you won't hit him. It'll just you're so worried to not hit him that there's no negatives to it. You just
Okay.
try to hit him.
Just don't crit fail.
Yeah, then I can get fun with it.
Hey!
Wow. Right, yeah, you don't have any bonus to that.
I don't.
You miss.
Shit.
Against touch?
Oh, hang on.
It's Ray of Frost.
I was gonna say, isn't there like a BAB or dexterity modifier on that?
Well, I have no dex right now.
Right.
Well, it should be still +1 at least.
No, it's not.
No, the way the poison thing calculates is just a -2, not a -3.
His
I'm at -5.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, you only lose a point per every 2, so until you hit -6, you're fine.
It's not actually lowering your dexterity score. Only ability rain does that. Ability damage. And the current condition is -2 on dexterity, most dexterity related things.
But in answer to your question, yes, 17 misses.
Touch AC.
Yes,
Okay, what about 18? Because it's actually just -2.
18 hits. You just it scuttles around, but you manage to catch it just on the side, barely, but you do hit it. All right, that's some good ice damage, some good cold damage. You see it freeze up a little bit, and it seems to shiver in pain. Gap. Unless you want to move.
I'll stick where I'm at right now.
Okay. Gap is going to delay until after Bitey. Bitey is going to move over here, so that Gap gets flanking bonuses. And Bitey, I guess, also has one, so +2. I forgot to put the. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. Gap is going to use a move action to make it its hated target, and then slam down. There we go.
21 does hit.
For 7 damage.
7 damage. You hit with such force that any of the other spiders would have been just pulverized in one hit. This spider does not fall. You do feel its shell sort of crack a little bit under your weight, but not nearly as much as you thought it would.
Yeah. Yeah, but just like, I hate spiders! And then keeping the torch level, he kind of spins around and kicks it with his feet.
Okay.
That is that.
All right. Okay, Gust. It's crawling over you.
I mean, can I like turn to face someone and have flanking?
Sure.
I'll just do another dagger attack.
Ooh. Wow. You check that. Yeah, you hit. Just
Skewered.
Your knife glances off its hard carapace.
So neither piercing or slashing can do damage to this thing.
Or its normal AC is just really high.
Yeah, that too.
Well, like you were able to hit it, and it's very dexterous, but your attack wasn't able to.
It has DR5. Got it.
I feel like you should have been able to do something, but it didn't. All right, it's going to move around. It's actually going to go up to the ceiling, and it's going to cut loose a body.
That will provoke.
Yes, yes, I know.
All of us.
All of you? Well, all of you except for
Me.
Theman. Go ahead.
It'll provoke from 3 of us.
Go ahead. Hit it.
Ah,
Oh.
Well done.
Okay.
Oh look, I confirmed and did nothing.
well, 6 total damage. That's 1 point, I guess.
Yeah. So
Plus, it has higher than DR5.
So you're able to get a little bit of a chip into to the as it leaves, just hit it a little bit. Um, let's see, did Ripley go? Yes, 60. Okay, you missed. Okay, so the only one who hits is Gust. It does a little bit of damage to it, and then it cuts down a body from above. It's going to land right here, and as it does, a swarm of tiny spiders explode out from the body.
Corpse explosion.
Hold on. Does the 17 hit with the attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay, no, wait, I already rolled it for. Sorry, I'm out of it. Never mind.
That should be there. I'm not sure why nothing's showing up.
Well, I see some spiders something to the left of Gust. Like right there.
That was from something else.
Is it on the right layer?
There we go. Okay, it was just one of the pictures wasn't working.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, explodes down there. And poof. So it's on the ceiling now. It's above your heads. The only person who could probably reach it is Bitey with his spear, and Theman with his arrows.
Ray of Frost wouldn't hit.
Oh, also Ray of Frost. Yeah, all that stuff, all that range stuff. Now, as you look above, you begin to see there are several more bodies up in the air. Okay.
So is it like 10 feet away?
It is a good 50. Oh, the ceiling is 15 feet up. But some of you can reach it.
Are there any bodies directly above anybody? I mean, directly above them.
Okay, so you see one body above Theman.
Whoa, where'd I go?
Sorry, I accidentally moved you. You see one body above Theman, and then that's really the only body that's directly above. There's like another one over here, and like another one over here, but that's all you see for the moment. So, you guys have enough knowledge at the moment to give me a knowledge religion for anybody knowledge planes for anybody that has it.
Yay, I do. That was a shit roll.
Yeah. You're not sure. You've seen. Okay, so you've been around and seen that some things that are harder to kill have some sort of planar relationship, but that's the only thing that you're thinking of. You don't know any specifics, but that's what you're thinking of. You're thinking this might be planar related somehow.
So the DR is cold iron or silver, not slashing.
That's, I mean, it may also be slashing, but you're thinking that it may be planar related. Odd colors that seem to be continuously moving. It's a little bit, seems to be overly intelligent. You're not sure? Anyway, where were we? Hit this guy, Ripley, your turn.
Hmm. I need to look something up.
So even though it's on your square, Gus, it's 15 feet above you. And it looks decently damaged. Like you guys have it's not brand new anymore. It's not fresh. because he's taken some ice damage. He took some cold damage. He took some pounding damage from Gap, and he took some knife damage from Gust.
Is this wall scalable at all?
Which wall? For you, yes.
Actually, that really wouldn't help me since I would still have to reach over to actually hit the thing. From
Yeah. Well, you could go on, maybe onto the ceiling if it's
you possibly could. I would allow you to actually try that with your insane climb and the fact that everything seems to be sticky. I would allow you to try. You're the only one who would be able to do that. But
the climb speed means he can take 10 in any situation, no matter what.
oh, I know. But ceilings aren't walls, so I'm saying that I would give him the ability to try. Because a ceiling would have a much higher DC than a wall.
So, like, roll a climb?
No, you could. You know that you could make it up the wall, no problem. It's the ceiling that's going to be more difficult. And it's the same thing with difficult terrain on the walls. So, but since you have a climb speed, you can make it up. Let's see. So, are you going to double? I'm already double moving this turn.
Let's see. So, just moving to this space would be like 20 feet of movement.
Well, you were what here? Yeah, here, right? Yeah. Okay. So 5, 10, 20 feet.
And with a climb speed, I can move my regular. Oh no, climb speed is 20.
Okay. So, well, I'd let you make it up just on easier. Just a further 10 feet. So
So
you
that
would be
would be
able to
with one.
reach, like if he came over to this body over here. Oh, sorry, it keeps on doing that to me. If it tried to drop a body on top of Theman, you'd be able to hit it from where you are.
All right. Well, we'll go with that and just. Let's see. So
If the body dropped, he could like try to grapple it or something to stop it from bursting open.
Or he could do that too. He could attempt to do that, or he would have to choose either to hit the spider or to knock the body out of the way or something, or just to hold on to the body so it doesn't like drop. You could totally do that if you wanted to. Anyway, that's where you moved. Do you want to do anything else?
now, if I tried to move across the ceiling, would I be able to threaten it once if I got up in its face? It's kind of a weird situation.
You would need to see how sticky the ceiling is, but you could try. You
All
could
right.
certainly
Well,
try.
let's move up. Second move, go up the wall to the ceiling and see what the ceiling situation is.
No, that was your so. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then another 10. Oh, that would be another 5, and then another. So you could reach the ceiling itself and try it out on this, on your move. So you would be able to just reach the ceiling. You know that you would probably need to roll, or, I mean, you could try to take 10, see how well you do. Now there is a bunch of webbing up there, but you don't. I mean, you don't know. You'd have to test it out. Do you test it out?
Yeah, testing out. So I can
right.
still take a 10.
Roll a climb check. Or well, you can't you can take 10 in this situation because that is literally how the how it works. So you get a 20 what 3?
Yeah, 23 if I take 10.
Okay, so because it's the ceiling, and because you can catch yourself and realize that you can't quite climb on the ceiling by taking 10. You would need to do something else. But you can, however, you are able to catch yourself and stay on the wall. And you can absolutely keep just like one hand on the legs on there and hit it with your stick, anything like that.
Yeah. So right now I'm at the top of the wall. I should be 10 feet away from the spider, so it's within striking distance of my fishing pole.
Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
Well,
Oh
that
wait,
was my
no.
second move.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it tries anything, I can do an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. All right, Theme, in your turn. You have some bolts.
How thick is the webbing on the thing above me?
On the person above you,
Yep, attached to the ceiling.
it is strong enough to hold a body. You can't really see it from your angle.
I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to 5 foot step so I can get a little bit better angle on it.
5 foot step. You can't 5 foot step.
No, I can't.
Difficult terrain.
Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, that kind of ruins my thought.
I mean, you can move.
Yeah, but then can I move in still? Yeah, I can move and cast.
The only thing you can't do is do your full round spell and ranged attack.
Yeah. Then I'll move here, try to get a little bit better angle on it. And is it, decently thick at this point from this angle?
There is a lattice work holding it up there.
Okay.
If you're asking, could you cut it down yourself?
No.
Okay. You were able to see how much he was able to cut away of this from this one, and you think it's possible he could cut away.
I would like to cast Ray of Frost on that section to reinforce it.
Make me a nature check. Just a knowledge nature.
+2 intelligence for 10.
Okay. You don't know how much.
+3 intelligence.
Sorry.
You're not sure how much your cantrip would be able to reinforce something like that.
Shit.
But you can you can either you can totally do it, or you can hit it, or you can hit the spider.
If that's not going to work that way, I'll go on ahead and I'll hit the spider.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't going to work. I said you don't really know.
Yeah, if I don't have a good knowledge on it, I'm not going to waste my time on that.
Okay, you try to hit the spider. Go ahead.
Fuck.
Nope. It manages to dodge out of the way. Sees it. Says, "I've seen this before." Gap, your turn.
Okay. Bitey goes first because of the delay. Which that actually means the next one goes.
Okay. Yeah. So these guys are gonna go for the nearest person.
Okay. Could you move Gap to the right before Bitey? Or right after Bitey?
Yes. There you go. Okay. So this mass is gonna go onto you, and it's gonna do automatic damage. Does 2 damage of bite to you. Roll a fortitude save. These guys look similar to what you've got, what you've gone against before. And you know that magic attacks work, and so, like your Ray of Frost or Acid Splash works against these guys. Gust?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do an acid splash against the big spider.
You gotta roll fortitude.
Fortitude save.
Oh, I missed that you had hit me. Sorry.
For 2 damage and fortitude save. Okay, you're fine. You feel the bites all over you, and they're starting to get into your armor and clothes, and it's just disgusting. Bitey, your turn.
Okay. Bitey, now that he's had a chance to calm down and think things through, after hearing what Theman presumably shared with his knowledge check, or his thoughts on that, he is going to kind of tilt his head, squint, and just focus on trying to brain blast that guy and cast Daze. If he is more intelligent than other spiders and is part planar, he might have lost the mindless trait. And even if he is vermin, if he has an intelligence score, he can be affected by Daze. So roll me a will save.
Okay.
It's a shot in the dark, but it's a better shot than my spear.
What's your...
DC is 12.
Oh, fails. He's dazed.
He is dazed for 1 round. He can take no actions next turn.
Yeah.
Does he fall off the ceiling?
No, he stays right where he is. He starts so. Betty, describe how how it looks.
Basically, he kind of like tilts his head and peers at him, and just a wave of like a kind of like a purplish glow appears around his head and just dashes towards him.
Okay, the purplish glow hits him, and this spider looked like it was ready to go places, and suddenly freezes in place, and sort of starts to waver like a drunken man, but a spider version, and upside down. Gap, your turn.
Okay, now that only works like once per combat per creature, and it's only up to 4 HD, but it is nice for the levels. Gap, let's see, he could try to use his torch to do some fire damage to the swarm, or he could try to jump up and land 1 hit on the other spider up there.
How high can you jump?
Well, there's this huge mound to my left. I could use that as footing and be practically within reach anyway.
It's mostly, it has mostly been acided apart, and a lot of the mound was the body of this person.
Well, I mean, the body is still there, so you know.
The what?
The body is still there.
You want to jump on the body?
Jump off the body, yeah.
Don't jump on the body. You're gonna jump on its stomach and pump more of those things out.
Well,
Oh, it's like the
the body is it would give you less than a foot of, and it would be sort of unsteady. But you can totally do that if you want.
Let's see. I get 1 more. Let me see something. Oh, is he like? How is he attached to the ceiling? Is my next question.
He is walking on the ceiling. You're not sure how.
So he's not like climbing down from a stalagmite or anything. He's just like straight up on the flat surface.
Oh, okay. He is, I guess, between some bumpy spots on the ceiling that are covered in webbing.
Okay.
It seems as you look around, it seems like in this area in particular, some but not all of the stalactites have been like removed somehow to make room for these hanging people or hanging creatures. Or just baby sacks, spider baby sacks.
Okay. I'm going to do that. A high jump of 4. I just need to get 4 feet off of my high jump, and then he'd be within reach. And that's a 16, and I can do that. Or maybe with a minus penalty. It's at least possible, and I feel
you're
like
a minus penalty, but yeah, you can totally try.
I feel like it's within the realm of possibility, and like we need to make sure this thing doesn't release any more swarms. And
Which gauntlet are you using?
I have the cold irons out by default, so that's
Okay, go ahead.
okay. I do not have a macro for acrobatics for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to probably like jump off of a shoulder. That's hopefully like more that hadn't been acided off, that hadn't been like acided off yet, and is still hopefully maybe a bit more.
You can jump on his skull. That's probably the strongest thing there.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Jump off his face.
That feels a bit disrespectful.
Face jump. Face jump.
That's disrespectful.
I mean, we would have to explain to the families after we bring the bodies back why there's a boot print on the.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Who
guys
said
wouldn't
we
have
were
any
bringing the
trouble-
bodies back?
You guys wouldn't have any trouble at all. None of you guys are good.
Gap is a righteous warrior.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you?
Nope.
Nope. You jump off a part of his body. We'll say his face. Or
No.
Okay.
Shoulder.
Okay. You jump off his rib cage.
Shoulder.
Shoulder. More spiders come crawling out. I'm just kidding. So you jump off his shoulder, but it's still a little bit slick from spider juice inside there, and you trip a little bit, not enough to get you on your face, but you're not able to make it up there.
Okay. Well, the move action failed, so I'll use my standard action to swing at the spiders with the torch, being careful to not set the entire place on fire to deal a bit of fire damage to them. Just to try to try to burn some of them off of Gust.
Sure. Yeah.
You're waving a torch at Gust.
Now, I think I actually have. Okay. I get a -2 on this attack roll because it's not my hated target. And I don't get flanking with Gust against a swarm all over him.
I don't think we can flank a swarm.
You can't flank a swarm. Yeah,
Okay.
I know that.
Oh yeah, the way hated target works, it gives me like a +2 on attack and 1 damage, but I get a on attacking anybody else. So
what's the total? It's 15.
Just consider that a torch. Okay, yeah. It's not
attack, which is no. So they like they sense it coming and they sort of move around it. Like you did this before, I think. Like Moses and in the waves. It happens again.
Aha! I got them off your face. Now they're only biting through the back of your head.
They just part before you. Gust, it's your turn.
I'm going to move out of this square for one thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move over towards. I'm going to move behind Theman, but I'm going to acid splash the spider on the ceiling.
Okay, go for it. Yes, you hit. And it does damage. It looks more damaged. Very good. It is still doing its drunken thing. Ripley, your turn.
Ripley is going to drop his fishing pole, pull out the net, and throw it at the spider.
The weighted net. Okay. Oh yeah, it hits. I'm gonna do a check to see if he stays on the ceiling. He stays on the ceiling. He is netted on the ceiling.
Now that net has a rope that Ripley's holding, right? Or is it completely disconnected?
As far as I know, it's disconnected unless he. Well, if this is his fishing net, then he does have a.
Well, it naturally does have a trailing rope.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. On your next turn, you can try to pull it towards you if you want, but yeah, it is entangled.
That be his turn.
Very good. Entangled. Demon. Is it now an entangled spider?
Well, shits and giggles, I'm gonna blast it again. Or attempt to.
Oh, good thing is that
It lower decks, so
Yeah.
good.
No, that's not gonna help any.
No, it still managed to drunkenly avoid your beam. These guys turned. It is going. These guys, not knowing anything, are going to try to attack you, Gap.
Okay.
You are immune to what exactly?
Bludgeoning and piercing.
Bludgeoning.
Slashing. You need slashing to.
Okay. Bite, which is slashing and piercing. Okay.
Unless they're so
They are,
tiny.
no, they are tiny, and so these would basically be piercing. Yeah. If they were the regular spider, it would be both. They are so small.
It's just piercing.
So they try to attack you, and they're like, they crawl up you only to be like immersed in you, and you are now full of spiders
And knuckle bones.
Ooh, it tickles.
and knuckle bones.
And knuckle bones.
You seem to be immune to their damage.
I would assume that would actually keep the spider swarm at bay if it's in him.
Well, but I mean, they're falling back out. They're like going in and coming back out. Bitey.
Okay. I am realizing that worked. He is excited and is going to. How does he intimidate it? I need a standard action to turn back. Okay. He's going to just scream profanities at him and describe in excruciating detail how they're going to tear out each one of its legs one by one to try and scare this guy.
All right, roll intimidate.
Of course, he rolled well.
I'm not.
I will note. Okay, I get a +4 bonus if I'm bigger than him, which I am because I am a human now at the moment. So 10 plus, so that 17 might be enough to shaken him for a 1 round at least.
So you talk about dismembering his corpse and all that stuff. You do need to share a language.
I say it in Infernal? I'll say it in Infernal.
Okay, say it in Infernal. This creature seems okay. Gap.
Okay.
Now you shattered one of his shoulders, so you need to go to the other shoulder if you want to.
Move action, standard action, pull him down, hope to get an attack of opportunity as he falls. I'm going to grab the rope and try to help Ripley pull him down, basically.
Ripley is holding the rope 15 feet above your head.
Oh, he's 15 feet up above my head.
Yeah. You can attempt to try and climb and like grab onto the rope and then just drop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I cannot do much from here except torch the guys infesting me. Well, I guess I make sure the guys infesting me don't go after anyone else is a pretty decent choice. Oh, tell you what. I want to make sure these spiders don't go anywhere else. I know! I'll throw my torch right above the ceiling to set the web on fire! Don't you do that, you fucking dumbass! Never mind!
I mean, you can attack the swarm.
Yeah. I think I'm going to ready an action. If he's going to go after Ripley, like, I can't think of any other thing he would do. Yeah, I guess I just go after just try to stab this worm.
Okay, go ahead.
Ignore the damage. Okay. So that's 1 point of fire damage.
Yeah, 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
Very good. Next is Gust. You're far and away.
All right, well, I'm going to do the literal only thing that works. And it misses.
It misses. It is going to come towards you, Ripley. It's going to going after you. It's going after you, buddy. With its pointy teeth. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, roll me a fort save.
Oh, hold on. He's still tiny, right?
Yeah.
He has, since he has to enter into Ripley Square, which means he has to go through a Hutton Square.
Yes, so he will need, so you get an opportunity attack.
Ripley, do you hear that? You get an opportunity attack.
Opportunity attack. Yep. No, but you do save against the poison, and he keeps on rolling low for his attacks too. So, or for his damage, not for his attack. He is right in your square now. Still wrapped up in your net. Your turn. What do you do?
Oh, Ripley's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Ripley is going to let go of the wall and try and grapple the spider as he falls.
Okay, it gets an attack of opportunity on you. Wow. No. Yeah, it's gonna have to make a strength check to stay on the wall. No, it falls with you. As you hold on to it, its claws attempt to hold on to the webbing, but it just tears down the side of the wall as you rip it down with you. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that was a low roll, but that I managed to grapple it anyway.
Yes. Theman, your turn. You got Ripley holding a frog or holding a spider.
Hey Ripley, hold that spider up. I'm gonna try to blast it with my eyes.
Well, that's the idea. Oh, wait a minute.
Yay!
Oh.
Magic crit.
So, Ripley's like, this is a great idea. And then all of a sudden I just get this flash of, Goku holding down Raditz.
Cannon!
Costalophagus.
Cockopotamus!
Okay, go and roll your damage.
Roll to confirm.
Yeah, right. Roll to confirm. Yeah.
+1 because it's entangled. I think that hits.
Oh, -2.
+1, yeah. And it's
Well, I didn't do a +1 on that one, even though I have that.
we hit a 17 and the guy's entangled.
Yeah, that hits.
So you hit a 17 and it's entangled? Yes, you just barely hit.
Roll 2d3.
Yeah.
Time for 2 ones.
Ah!
How do you want to do this?
I want Ripley literally holding it up in the air, and I blast a ray of frost right at it, and it like blasts through it and shatters it into a million icicle pieces.
Nice. That is exactly what happens. It gets blasted away, and Ripley, your face is only hit with, like, it feels like you would if you went into the Kroger
Freezer.
refrigerated, yeah, the Kroger freezer, just a little bit, just poof, and then gone.
It's got to be the Kamehameha hands and all that mess. Yeah.
And it is gone. You still have to. You're still dealing with a swarm, but I'll say because of how everybody's laid out, you guys can kill that thing no problem. Because Gap is the thing closest to it. It's not smart, and it's going to keep on attacking Gap, and you guys can just kill it with other things.
So what I think we should do is
I'm
Damon and I should ice and acid bomb this whole room, just clear everything.
Hey! No! I got to figure out what the hell these blue things are. Money.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Shiny.
Yeah, we'll check that, but then we're gonna firebomb the room.
That's fine.
Fire.
No, like
No,
metaphorical
acid
fire.
and ice. You're good. Shush.
Careful what you say.
Okay.
And I do want to check to see if any of those pieces thaw out of the spider to see if there's any, like, his carapace, if there's any pieces that could be usable.
Oh, this thing got just blasted to hell, like you described it.
Yeah.
It just got blasted to hell.
Yeah. I could still use pieces as arrowheads.
Perhaps. So you gather up the parts of the spider that you can find. Give me roll a d100.
Hey!
All right. Yeah, you gather up enough parts of it for about half the spider. If you want to use it later, just keep it in your pack, I guess.
What should I call it?
Just spider parts.
Okay.
I call it half
Half red
a
spider?
half a mottled red spider. And so you start going around the room, just.
Well, I still want to see what those blue things are.
All right.
And see if there's anything that could be of any value with it, with jewelry making or anything like that.
It is spider silk, but it's it seems it's wrapped around these glowing lichen, and there are some spider nests in there, but you can just kill them. You don't know what it is. You would need to. Well,
You basically said it's just glowing lichen, which is causing the blue tint. Correct?
just a rudimentary a rudimentary observation would make you think that, and you can take some with you if you want, but it is most likely just because.
Let's firebomb it.
Okay.
While they are doing that, Bitey is who is now a bat again, and Gap is going to check out Isil Kotuna and see if what's left, if he has any supplies still around, that kind of thing.
All right. On his body. Let me get my notes out.
Hey, do you think you can do that thing that you tried to do to that skeleton earlier?
Oh, right. Bitey nods and his eyes glow, and they kind of like He peers into his head and casts grave words.
Ah, spiders, fucking spiders, get them off! Fuck!
Get out of my
Alright.
mouth!
All right. Yeah. You find now. It's just the body, so you're just searching the body, and you give it a once over since it's bitey, and he's a ridiculous, and you can take 10 if you wanted to.
They're in my ass! My ass!
You find on his body one potion of cure light, or at least seems to be the same. It appears like the same that you saw before, and one of something else that you're not sure of.
Potion of something else, you mean?
It contains liquid. It's not labeled, but it is not the same color as the cure light wounds. Which
Okay. I am going to deep dive into my Pathfinder knowledge and do something you might not have known about. I am going to identify the power of a potion through taste with a DC of 15 plus the potion's caster level. Just take the tiniest bit of taste of it to try to figure out what it does, which is something that the perception skill can do.
what is the D100 thing that you rolled?
I cast grave words. I needed a 91 or higher to get useful information.
Ah,
But you can say what he babbles.
okay. Yeah. Gotta get out of here. Got it before I. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
That's horrifying. Bitey immediately checks his shadow. Does he have only one shadow?
He has only since it's only coming. Since he's really close to the uh, uh, glowing lichen, and the torch is also there. There are two sources of light, and therefore he sees one large shadow and one a much fainter shadow.
Bitey remembers a childhood horror story and panics and uh, jumps over and hugs Gap. Then he realizes what he did and kind of like slowly peels himself off and goes to taste the potion.
All right, go ahead and give me that perception check.
Yeah, should have taken 10. Well,
For figuring out this, I think I'd make you roll for it.
yeah. Well, if it's a caster level 1, which if it's a level 1 spell, that would still be enough. Outside of any other modifiers.
I have spellcraft, by the way. +7.
I know. I just wanted to have a little fun.
I know. I'm just saying.
I imagine it would be a level 1.
Right, they're generally low minimum caster level because anything high above minimum.
Yeah, so you feel fortified. Like, you feel like this kind of thing would fortify you against poisons.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Aha!
Potion of delay poison.
Yeah, Gap shares that. Aha! Tastes like old man Bill's old anti-poison remedy thing.
It's basically the equivalent of an antitoxin. You think?
Okay.
I'll
Got
look up that rule more later, but for now, I trust you on that.
Yeah, it's just under the perception skill. It's just one of the things.
I've read about this too. It's a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so those of you who have the ice and acid cantrips can go around completely murdering pre-pubescent or not prepubescent, pre board.
Oh, believe us, after all this shit, we feel nothing. They
We're good
will
with
die.
it. We're having fun.
This is
The
fucking
bitches.
cathartic at this point.
Cackling in glee as lights are extinguished before them.
We're basically Krillin and Trunks blowing up Jiro's lab.
I killed Cell. Okay. Yeah. So that happens.
Gap is going to hand the antitoxin off to somebody else. He's going to just give it to Ripley since he's typically in the thick of things more often.
Oh, you're just handing these out?
Yes, this should be something that helps fortify you against poisons.
Ripley will nod and take a swig of it.
If I get poisoned, I can just turn into a ghost, so you'd be able to use it the best.
You don't find anything else on him. You don't really know what happened to his weapons, but they aren't on him.
What about armor?
Oh, he is still wearing his armor of leather armor. It looks a bit damaged, but it's there. He has leather armor on him.
Leather armor is worth quite a bit. He could probably just sell that to pay for his own grave.
You do find 5 golds, 20 silver, and 4 copper on him.
All right, I'm tallying up how much gold, silver, copper, etc. we're finding. By the way.
Yeah. So that seems now that you are in a ruin of spider corpses, and all of you, like if it wasn't for the fact that fire would be a great place, I'm sure that you are walking away from this in the ice and acid version of the explosion in the background.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still the very wan light of the lichen infused silk behind you. What do you do now?
All right, if we all detect magic, is there anything of interest in this room? Otherwise, we're moving on.
You do not detect anything magical here.
Well, then, I say we continue north because we need to.
Yeah, sorry.
We're starting to run out of steam. I think so.
Gap is like, I could make an explosion with a torch. Bitey squeaks and slaps him. Never mind.
All right, yeah, and just assume that I'm acid splashing and we're ray of frosting all the sacks as we go. Like fuck all of them.
Ooh, a chest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we are going slowly enough to like make sure we kill all the eggs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You actually come upon as you destroy 2 of them. Something moving pops out of it, and
Sent.
right. Okay.
And it gets blasted ahead of time.
Okay. Well, so as you're moving along the corridor, you smell something that is added to the spider scent.
Bitey points it out through Gap.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, should we back up a bit?
Yeah. Back up. Let's see. Yeah. Back up another.
So this is where I would be to get the edge of it.
Okay. It would have been like right there.
Okay, and I was on probably Gust's head. So yeah, this is where we have it all set up.
And you recognize this as something that was mixing a little bit in some of the sense earlier. You didn't sense it hardly. You only remember sensing it really one time, but as you were in the middle of battle, it was difficult to pinpoint. But now you're not, and you can pinpoint it, and it's coming from this direction.
I recognize it. It was a spider we already encountered. You mean?
No. You recognize it because it was like it was in the middle of battle, and it was in the middle of all the spiders. And at the time, you thought um, it was just another spider. It's not something that you were able to think about right at the moment, but you recognize it now, and it's as you smell it, it's distinctly different from the spider, and you don't think it's a spider. You're not sure what it is, but it's not you don't think it's a spider.
Okay. There's some animal in a spider egg, but it's not a spider. So maybe
Acid splash.
well, the egg, yes.
As a splash, you ask to splash it, and there's some movement. Let's put you guys into initiative. I'm not sure how long this will last. Okay, since everybody was aware of it, there is no surprise round. We're just acting normally. Did you click on yourself, Theman?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hang on, I got you.
It's not a roll 1d20. You need to have the and tracker thingamajig.
That helps me none. You'll have to show me on Monday.
Okay,
I've given this to you before.
I know you have.
Gap. At this point, you don't see anything, but it's your turn. Gap.
Yep. Sorry. Okay. I don't see it. The acid splash. Did the acid splash not reveal them?
You saw some movement, but the acid splash doesn't like destroy the entire um, sack of spider silk. It just starts to dissolve the top.
Okay, so I do not have a line of sight currently.
Not really. You need to get up closer.
All right. Um. Do. Screw it. I'll just. I know the square. It's. Let's see. Already.
What was that for?
What?
What was the roll for?
You're the one who just rolled.
That's weird. It just showed up. I didn't even roll it. Okay. Sorry. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if it's not even within line of sight and any attack would be a mischance, I'll just ready in action, I guess.
So you walk over these spider silk uh, containers here, and you just ready in action.
Yeah. I'll step over here so in case they try to fly past me to Ripley, I'll get an attack of opportunity.
All right, Ripley.
So you pointed out that something is where?
Or past there, but probably from his movement, he's sort of pointing there.
Okay, now I'm a little bit closer. I still don't see anything.
You can give me a perception check, Ripley. You're close enough that you can see inside there. You do not see them. Theme in your turn.
Well, that was just a move action.
Yes. Well, let's see. You started here 1, 2, 3. That would have been your entire movement. So, and then
Oh, we're still a difficult terrain?
yeah, yep. So you can see that the difficult rain ends around there. It's like around here.
No.
All right. Did you want to attack? You could try to smash whatever's in there.
Right, he'll use his pole to smash that square.
All right. Give me a 50-50. Or I guess just a regular attack and then do the 50-50. To see if you even hit.
Huh, I thought I had a macro for this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now first roll 50-50. To see if you
Like a D100?
Yeah, do 100. The higher amount. Okay, you hit. Now confirm that. Okay, you confirm it.
You got new bait on your fishing line.
Just so you're able to see something poke out with wings just before just completely smear it. You smash this entire thing down and paste that thing into the ground. Very good. Demon, your turn.
I think something was there.
Was. I'm gonna go on ahead and move there and ray of frost that area.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
Well, shit.
You miss. It's okay. It's. I need to. Yeah, this one would have been. So, okay. One pops out and will attempt to go towards the first thing it sees, which is Ripley. Go ahead and give me an opportunity to attack.
Is he small or tiny?
This looks. Sorry.
Well, that's a big negatory.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
If he does enter into Ripley Square, that's still within my reach, and my ready to action will go off.
All right, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, yeah, you hit. So these you recognize as the similar bug husks you saw at the campsite.
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to do above, but it's not working. So that's fine.
No, it looks right.
All right, on my screen it's not showing up right, but that's fine. Good. So you knock it for a loop, and you do some damage.
Tally ho!
Yeah, Gust, it's your turn. Oh yeah, I'm gonna nix this one off the track because it's smushed. Gust.
Okay. I mean, we saw one come out, so I'll just acid splash the one that's already been hit.
Oh wait, it never attacked Ripley. Hang on, let me actually do the attack.
Oh, I thought he used up its attack getting out of the eggshell.
Nope. Sweet. Does 19 hit?
Oh, 19 is my AC exactly.
All right.
I don't think I have anything to add to that.
All right. It stings you with its proboscis. Just. All right. Give me a fort save. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. As it removes its stinger, you manage to like your. You. You are able to force out something that was inside that had tried to inject into you.
No malaria for me.
Yeah, that's really good.
So then Gust hits with his acid splash.
Yes, and you do take 1 point of damage, Ripley. Yes, and with that you kill it. Yeah, these guys were much weaker, but you saw them in action for the first time. That they attack by hitting you with proboscis. Anybody with knowledge of nature can now give me another one now that they've seen them in action. So I need the lead and the helper, or just the lead if only one of you has knowledge of nature.
Does anyone have it?
Nope. I don't.
Neither do I.
That's fine. Then all you know is it looks like a really big mosquito.
Yep.
It's a skeeter, squish it.
All right.
Onward.
Well, thanks for the heads up, Mr. Great.
Now from here on, there are, even though you see on the map there are these eggs, there are no actual eggs there.
Okay.
So at this point, any eggs are not actually there.
Think Bitey. His nose is no joke.
Yeah, and at this point, you begin to.
Oh wait, no, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, you begin to see the area where you saw on the other side. This is the opposite side of the cavern, of the chasm that you were in last time. So you see the two stakes here, holding up the ladder, and you also know that this wall over here has spores on it if you are not careful. But yeah, you are past that area now, and you can see as you walk more forward, you can see what looks like an emergency shelter over on this side, just against this wall here. Looks like an emergency tent, very very small. You don't see any people around.
I don't suppose you're still alive over here.
Do we see any what used to be people?
Right. Also, these skeletons are not here either.
Okay.
But you do see a tent.
Does this area have like anything interesting?
Is there a giant?
You see a backpack outside the tent, and you see the tent.
All right. Well, I guess, Gap, would you do us the honors of opening the tent while we all get ready to blast whatever's inside it?
There you go, tent.
Mr. Frist, are you alive?
You don't hear anything.
Worth a shot.
Oh, 0 for 3.
Oh, could be a light sleeper.
Okay. Is Bitey smelling anything alive?
Yes, Bitey is smelling something alive.
There's something alive here.
Is it inside the tent?
Well, you don't smell alive. You smell, from your experience, you smell an Ifrit.
There was an Ifrit here.
Because you you can't really smell alive or dead, unless they've been dead for a long.
I was like, you can smell dead.
You can, but it's like not it's not immediate. So either the person is alive or they're newly dead or something like that. But it's difficult to tell. You'd need to actually go in there.
Well, knowing that he does smell Ifrit, Gap is going to assume if he is alive, he needs to put a friendly face. So he's going to just actually try to calm down, be nice a bit, saying, "We're sent from the Survey Corps for survivors. If you are
Was the opening to the tent on that side, or is it facing east?
It is facing the wall.
Okay,
it is facing that
then
way, just
I'm gonna be roughly right here as he's opening.
Yeah, but he's trying to be nice and just friendly and saying, we are sent from the Survey Corps to help out.
Okay, as you open the flap,
You not be
look
alone.
inside, you see a humanoid inside a sleeping bag type thing, and this person appears to be unconscious.
Someone do a heal check.
Bitey will go take 10.
Which is what?
15.
And we're here with you in case spiders pop out again. I have an acid splash ready to go.
All right. You can tell this person is alive, and as you go over their body, you can see these bumps on them. They have 3 bumps. One on near their clavicle, another on one of their arms, and another on the lower torso near the hip.
So he's most likely been poisoned, and we need to get him out of here ASAP.
What about that potion?
Yeah, I mean, feed him one of the potions we found, and we'll go see about getting that bridge back up.
Can I tell enough to tell if this is a disease or a poison? The difference between that?
You think...
Because poisons are typically very fast acting. It's rare to see one long term.
These are not poisons. According, so you have a decent enough heal check. There is no discolored flesh near where these bumps are, so it does not appear to be a poison. Whether it's a disease is something else entirely, but these bumps. Give me a perception check.
He's got measles.
He's got eggs inside him.
Oh god.
Specifically, yeah. So I'm gonna have Bitey there with you because sort of, or no, because is it Bitey who's actually doing all this?
Yeah, this is my heal check.
Goodness, you actually see some movement in those bumps.
Okay. Bitey
right.
freaks out again and crawls back up on your head, pointing, gesturing at the bumps with his wings.
All right. We're gonna have to do an impromptu surgery. We're gonna cut the bumps out, then force feed him the healing potion that we have.
With your knowledge of healing, you will think that he needs to be braced with some healing before you attempt to take.
Well, I think we have 2 potions, right?
Idea.
You do have 2 potions.
Yeah, so we can give him one before and one after.
Idea. Can the ray of frost be condensed and controlled enough to where it's like, you put the freezing stuff on a canker sore or something like that before you cut it off?
Maybe not directly, but you can do it on some of the medical, on some medical. Oh wait, I don't have enough money for a heal kit. Yeah.
I mean, we could freeze a.
I mean, we'll sterilize one of the daggers I have.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, if you do that, that could freeze what's inside.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I just don't think that he's going to let us do that.
These aren't the beam of cold or it's not like a scalpel. It will still affect him.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
Where are the bumps?
Clavicle, torso, and hip.
No. Clavicle, arm, and hip. Almost torso near the hip.
Okay.
That's the third one.
Okay. So we'll give him the potion, and then I'll use my own personal healing spell to heal him as we get rid of these things, because that's much more immediate and reactive.
Okay, that sounds good. Like I said, I have a dagger. If it's right there on the surface, I'm sure I can make some quick slices to cut the things out, and then we can give him another healing potion to help seal it all up.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a healing potion.
Can we? I guess we can't take average on this one.
It's not you, so.
All right, who wants to roll it? 1d8 plus 1.
I got it.
Very good.
Okay.
6 points. And as you do that, this it comes to consciousness. So you guys still did you find help?
We are help. Now lie still. We're going to cut these out of you.
Oh.
You might feel a slight pinch.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to use the Ray of Frost to sterilize the dagger.
I mean, we can use Acid Splash and Ray of Frost and start a small fire. However, we have lots of ways to sterilize the dagger.
I don't think we want to acid splash it because that could
Yeah.
contain.
Oh yeah, you're right. We could honestly
Frost
we could
hit.
use Prestidigitation to sterilize it much more effectively.
You also have a torch if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, the torch. Gap was like, "Wait, I know what to do here. It's a rare thing." And he holds the torch over.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have sterilized it before we started the process, but yeah.
Okay, he looks at you all in fear.
Okay, but as soon as he went to consciousness, I think, like I said, Gap was trying to be friendly. He would kind of.
And he like
I mean, he probably heard what Gus said.
He was yeah.
he
So he says,
he's like, "Oh God, what's happening to me?"
"It's okay. We are here to help. We will take care of everything."
All right, make a diplomacy check.
Sure.
And one person can assist along with this if they want to.
Do you want some alcohol before we start the surgery?
Oh, it couldn't hurt. Ugh. Yeah, give me a roll for that, Ripley, to aid with the diplomacy.
A diplomacy roll?
Yeah, just as an aid. I'm giving you a bonus onto that if you actually have something to offer. Yeah, you assist. So you hit a 16. That is good enough to calm him down.
I had him some from a bottle of a swamp juice.
Okay. All right. He'll take some and say, "Ugh, that's good stuff." All right. So you go ahead and sterilize the tools.
All right. Gus is like, all right. So I'm saying clavicle first because that's the one we need him the stillest for. The hip and arm won't be as difficult by comparison.
But you do realize if he does get knocked out and lose conscious again, he'll be a lot calmer.
Well, that might have damaged him too much. It would kill him.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we can do pretty quickly. Like we're like because of the grand magic of healing potions. All we need to do is very quickly go like stab, pop, stab, pop, stab, pop, and then have him drink the potion. It'll seal up the wounds right then and there.
Yeah.
It's magic.
In fact, I'm going to cast a cure spell myself the second we finish the third one, just to limit any extra bleeding.
Okay, there we go. So we know the plan. The patient is ready. Pop, pop, pop. I guess we'll have Themen on egg stomping duty once we pop them out.
Yeah.
All right. Who is going to be the head surgeon?
I mean, I don't have the best heal check. I guess I would rather Batty transform into his humanoid form.
If you want to take care of that, then I'll hold him down.
Yeah, I'll assist with. What can I assist with?
I mean, you can. Oh, sorry. I'm shutting up.
I have the Prestidigitation, so I can use that to maybe do like minor assistances.
Clean up the wound as soon as we make it to infection.
Yep, that's what I'll do with Prestidigitation.
Yeah, in fact, let's say Bitey is going to turn into human and is going to start giving these instructions, saying like, Ripley, hold him down. Theman, sterilize the wounds. Or, I mean, Gus, sterilize the wounds. Theman, get rid of any eggs that pop out. Gap, keep him talking. And so Gap is going to just kind of do the typical doctor engage in small talk to get your mind off of this. So that is how Gap is assisting.
All right. Go for it.
Nice.
All right.
Plus all the aids from everybody else.
You succeed with the first one. Roll 1d4.
What's
As your knife
this?
cuts into him. Okay, he takes 2 damage and falls unconscious.
See?
And this thing that popped out it's the baby, not fully formed version of what you killed earlier.
A red bitch?
No, the
Oh.
Mosquitoes?
mosquitoes.
Hey. Squish!
All right, well, heal him again.
What if Bitey tries to use some of his claws to get rid of it instead of a dagger? Because that only can deal 1 damage.
Wait. This is a dagger. It should have been a 1d3. I mean, we rolled a 2, but just saying.
This is the rules for this particular creature. Because
Right. We're not stabbing him with a dagger. It's just the
You
medical backlash.
you are removing this creature, and it's not just one stab. You have to carefully carve around this creature in order to remove it. That causes damage.
Yeah, it's not a weapon damage roll. It's just a result of the medical procedure.
Exactly.
Okay,
he
so
is unconscious, but he, the wound is cleaned with gust.
My mistake. It is 1d4 anyway. I was thinking something else.
okay. I'm not going to take any chances. I don't know how if he has con damage or something.
Yeah, go ahead and heal him again. We have another healing potion, so
This is my own personal heal spell.
Whoa, nice. He jerked his up.
It's okay. It's okay. We got rid of one of them. It's cleaned. It is safe. There's just 2 more.
Thank you.
Okay.
You need water.
Yep. Gap offers him his water skin.
All right.
More swamp juice.
Water is drinking. Go for the next one.
Okay.
Oh.
sterilize.
All right. You are successful, and it pops out. Roll
Squish!
1d4. All right, 2 damage. He's still he grits and goes but he's okay. He looks
All right, one more.
One more.
Nice.
Yes, you are successful in moving the third one. Roll 1d4.
Yeah.
And you see it start to bleed.
All right, well,
it's in the gut.
well, we have one more potion, so down it goes.
Oh, okay.
And that's all of our potions.
Yeah, unless he has any.
All right. Yes, that is great. He heals back that damage. He's looking much better. His color is beginning to return to his cheeks. Some of that's from the healing. Some of that's from the swamp juice that was given to him earlier. He tries to sit up and sort of manages to...
Whoa there, take it slow. You recovered from quite the trip.
I had 2 traveling companions. One of them went nuts, and the other one tried to get help.
Well,
Do you know what happened to either of them?
we know what happened to both of them, unfortunately.
Oh, did they die?
Yes.
Oh. Well, shit. Okay. Well, I'm sort of stuck here. There's spiders that way, and
Well, we kind of killed all of them on our way in. So if you can move at all, now's the best time to head on out because
yes.
We have secured a safe passage out of here. Every place we have gone through, we have done our make sure there is no.
yeah, we actually kind of went. We got pissed off at the spiders and acided and froze the entire cavern.
Oh, you.
And some good old whacking does the job too.
Yeah, he realizes what what's been happening, and he looks over his wounds, and they've pretty much fully healed, and his eyes widen, and he digs in his belt pouch, and he takes out a flask, and he hands it to you and says, please take it. I'll be dead without you, and it's one potion of cure light wounds.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, he's
All right.
handing you one back, and he says that.
Well, I will ask you this: do you have all of the survey notes? Because that was also something that we were told to try and recover.
Yes, I do. We knew that someone would at least come search, and if they were kept here, then at least they would hopefully find me and them. I put it under that rock over there that's marked blue, and he points in the direction. There is, in fact, a stone. It looks like marked with a blue pencil, and like neon blue. And if you go over there, I'm gonna dig a little bit. You find it almost looks like a scroll case that has a wax seal on both ends, and he says, "I made sure that at least those would be fine. I didn't think I'd be getting out of here alive. Not after what happened to." Hang on.
Montek?
What?
Montek?
Monteague, yeah. There we go. Not after what happened to Monteague. He went nuts, and we didn't have the strength to get back. Well, I need to take that back with me. He talks. He motions to the 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 ladder, and he puts on what looks like a a mask. It's not incredibly high quality, but it looks like it was made by putting together strips of fabric with a with well, just strips of fabric and sewn together in a way that wraps around the head, and he starts to go over there, and he will, with some help if you guys offer, slowly bring up the bridge. He says, "This thing is very useful, and I don't want to leave it behind."
Well, I mean, we actually tried to get to it earlier because we could see it from the other side, but didn't quite work out.
Yeah, that Monteague managed to get a whiff of that stuff, and then just went nuts, and just started running, and he was afraid and in panic, and he thought something was chasing him, and so he cut the ropes behind him, and then we were stuck here. So
Oh, well, one mystery solved.
yeah, I'm Ventil, by the way. I don't think I introduced myself. Ventil Frist.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ripley.
Ripley, one of the Frogkin.
Yes, the one. I'm a Gripply.
Yeah, I've heard of your mucklush, I think it's called, right? In from the swamp territories. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, been a while since I had some authentic stuff, but I make do with what's available around here.
No, thank you.
I obviously need no introduction, for I am the great and powerful.
Got it.
This is Gap.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Pleasure
get
to meet you
going.
as well. And Bitey is is over there. Says, "Hey, I'm Cyrus the Great and Magnificent." And he's kind of like peeking through the notes. Here's like, yeah, sloppy. I could do better. Bitey, I mean Squeak, and he turns back into a bat.
So you're Cyrus, not Bitey.
I call him Bitey.
I'm Gust. I work down at the docks. Not much else to me.
I'm Thaman.
Either way, I owe you my life, and I'm sure. Well, I'm sure this was a job, so I'm sure you'll be paid by the right people. Anyway, let's get out of here, huh?
Yep. Let's see. I think I have the strength in me to carry the the body that we found in the spider room. I'll probably need someone else to help with the other remains.
Yeah, he is up now. I mean, you see, has a decent build to him, and has been healed quite up a bit from with the healing potions. He's able to carry his backpack, the ladder, his tent, and he could assist in carrying one of the bodies, or well, the only body that's here.
Yeah, we left the Undine back on the other side of the river, so we don't have to carry that too far, thankfully.
The only issue would be the chasm, but I'm hoping Ripley can carry them across himself with his climb speed.
What we might do, we'll figure something out. We can probably, since we have the ladder and ropes now, we can probably figure something out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So Bitey is just going to make a note to himself, maybe to come back here later to fully investigate the tombs and all the writings and everything.
Okay.
He obviously can't do it now because the rescue takes priority, but he does want to investigate this place
Right.
and all the historical stuff.
Yeah. As you guys have killed everything here, you can make it out slowly back the way you came.
I take it we pick up the corpse here without any problems.
Yeah. He will attempt to carry him by himself, but
I mean, I still have enough strength to probably at least help with that.
yeah. So two of you can help carry him together, and like I said, slowly make your way out of the cavern.
Yeah. On the way, Gap is going to suggest what the group thinks about exploring the rest of these this area later as a group.
So, what do you expect to find here?
Well, this was definitely a tomb of some sort. There was skeletons and names written above them. I'd love to, or Bitey at least, would like to know exactly who they were, when they came from, and all that sort of thing. There's whether it's from just the same culture years ago, or actually, no, wait, sorry. It was written in Undercommon, an ancient Undercommon. This is clearly from a much older civilization.
I don't suppose you have any cultural notes in those survey notes you made.
Uh, we noted the cavern here and what that it seemed to be a tomb. We didn't notice any writing though. You said there was writing. Where was it?
Aha! Yes, it was very difficult to make out. Only the brightest of eye could see it, but there was writing. I have some inscribing, some whatever you call it, right here.
Undercommon?
No, the etching, the charcoal rubbings. I have some rubbings of it right here.
This is very useful. This could be a place of, well, greater importance. Dr. Sandstone could probably have, would probably like to see something like this.
Well, if there's no immediate danger, we could finish the rubbings at least.
I want to get out of here.
Okay.
I'm open to that, or coming back as long as we can go get more Tiger's Eye.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want
you
to get out of here.
Okay. We'll come back here later then.
Okay. So,
Probably better equipped for the dangers of this cavern.
Yeah.
Bug spray.
And pickaxe.
Yeah.
you're able to make it back to the campsite where you left the first body. Actually, you left the first body.
Yeah, we left it on the other side of the river.
You can make your way back in your various ways, and now that I know that you prestidigitation, it's not really going to be that much trouble to get everybody across the river. Just, some might not quite make it all the way, but that's no problem. I don't know how you're going to get everybody across the chasm, though.
Well, Ripley has a climb speed, so he should hopefully be able to automatically carry one corpse across at a time, even if he's a bit encumbered.
Since they are, if he's not carrying anything else, and if he has them all strapped to him, the only thing I'd say is somebody make a roll for tying them really well on his back.
I mean, is that a
Someone else
survival check?
I mean, just creative. What you think would help out the most?
Yeah, this will be. If it sounds good, I'll allow it. Survival could work.
Oh, I know. I have knowledge engineering and whatnot. That's a +4.
Sure.
Solid rope work would apply to that, I would imagine.
Yes, and also Ripley has his knowledge, Mist Fisher, or his profession, Mist Fisher. Either one of those would work too, because he knows about knots.
All right, I'm gonna roll it, see how it does. If it's really high, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll just use it for the assist. Oh, hell yeah!
Okay, yeah, I'll say Ripley, roll that assist just real quick. Profession. Okay, yeah, you assist. So you hit a 25. That's really good. So you're able to get both the corpses on Ripley, and he's able to traverse the back and forth along that side, along that narrow ledge, pretty easily. So he's able to get both that across, and since they aren't, complete, one of them is mostly skin and bones, and the other one has lost a lot of weight too. The rest of you, how are you going to make your way over?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it out loud, but the other one probably has to be carried in a bag.
Yeah.
Well, we fixed the bridge up quite a bit and had 2 ropes fully secured, so
Yeah, you did.
that should be fine.
So your Ventil shows you how to attach the bridge to ropes that are already set up. That's actually one of the ways this bridge is meant to work. And because of that, you're able to, with his help, you're able to set up the bridge in a very similar way that it was already set up there. And it's 40 feet across the same distance, so you're able to use that bridge to span the gap, and the rest of you can cross.
Didn't need to strap dead bodies to Ripley.
But he
But it's
forgot
fun.
about that. He was it's like, oh, this is. He was like getting out the bridge when you guys were already doing this, and he was just like, huh.
He didn't want Interrupt to be awkward.
course not. No, you gotta let it flow.
And it takes a lot more time to get that bridge ready than it does.
Look, I know it's going to look weird, but it'll actually brace the body much more securely if we wrap the legs around your neck and have the head hanging down over the back.
Okay. So you guys are able to make it back across, and a few hours of, well, a little bit more than that because you're a little bit more encumbered.
And we clogged up all the acid spinners.
Yes, you had, but that was in the past.
Yeah, we double check, and if it's not, we'll do this probably the same thing.
Yes, you can do the same thing again.
Yeah, they probably dug out the holes, honestly.
They had, but you guys had.
Mage hand and acid splash.
But you guys were gonna check again. So like the way the comic version of it is like, finally free of that, and suddenly, no, they get covered up again. You guys make it past, and you do make it eventually to
The dwarves, who have all been killed in a plot twist.
And we're faced with 14 of those eyeball thingies.
Chitons everywhere.
yeah. Okay, I think this is actually a pretty good place to stop, but you do hear some sing-songy notes as you walk in. There are dwarves here,
Drunken
different
dwarves.
but different dwarves than the ones that have been there before. It seems like this is in this place are fairly regularly switched out as they're working in the mines, and then sometimes they have hours here. They are different dwarves, and you see one character who's among the dwarves, sort of seemingly telling stories while acting them out and sort of dancing around a little bit, and in a sing-songy way. He appears. I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe him. He looks like a combination of Clopin from the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Quasimodo. Do you know who Clopin was?
I recognize him now that I'm googling him.
The extremely colorful head of the gypsies. It's like he does the narration of the bells of Notre Dame.
Oh, the jester guy.
Yeah, the jester guy. So he looks like a combination of Clopin and Quasimodo in that he has quite a strong build, but he's wearing like a jester's hat a little bit. Everything about him seems a little bit unsymmetrical. Unsymmetrical. His clothing pattern, the colors, his face is a little bit messed up, like he might have been a fighter and had a broken nose or something. But he's very joyous, and I mean the dwarves are loving it. They're sort of trading barbs with him, and he says, and then the cavern collapsed, but it was his time to go, and I'll start laughing. That's a funny joke, and he sort of sings back and forth with some drinking songs with them, and then they all notice you. It's like, oh, good, you're here. We heard from the others that you'd be in around this time, probably a little bit later, if you're still alive. And one sort of gives you like a little bit punch on the arm, whoever's out first, perhaps Gap, and it jiggles a little bit. We were just talking with our medical distributor, and this guy comes up and says, "Yes, pleased to meet you. I'm Lucas, and I'm here for all your medical needs and story needs as well. Pleased to meet you."
At this point, we're probably looking really haggard. We're carrying corpses and just kind of staring at them like, seriously.
And that's where we'll end.
Yeah,
Ripley actually is joining in with the harmonica.
and unlike the rest of the party, Gap seems really happy to meet him and gives him a high five.
He returns it. Well, he starts with like a fist and then turns into a high five.
When you go for a fist bump and a high five at the same time, you just end up delivering a haymaker.
It's a turkey. Yeah.
How does the harmonica solo go over?
Give me a performance check.
He did. It's a 16.
Oh wow. Yeah, he gives you a little bit of a nod, and takes out what appears to be a much smaller version of a. Oh crap! I lost the word. You you pull it apart and press it together, and it has keys inside. Accordion. Yeah, he takes out like a miniature version of an accordion and plays along while singing. Seems to be enjoying it quite a bit. Right. And in the midst of that, the dwarves start like they start stomping the ground and clapping, and you get a tiny version of suddenly a hit country has come to the caverns.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, like he just screech from Bitey. Like it's not just his normal chittering. He just like screeches and tries to fly away, but he can't get more than 50 feet away from the great and powerful, and so he just collapses on the floor in defeat, trying to cover his ears with his wings.
All right, and we will end it there. Next,
I completely forgot that I was carrying that cold iron short sword.
Yeah,
Fuck! I need to put that on my.
Wait, why were you attacking with the dagger?
I completely forgot I had it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I will fix my macros.
Yeah. Next time, you guys will be getting paid for your mission. You will just be cleaning up in terms of money, because you were able to bring back one live body and 2 dead bodies.
All right, we need to talk about. I'm keeping this sword because it's a massive upgrade. But in terms of handing other things over, we needed to make sure that there was a certain amount of money per body, I believe.
If they had any, yes.
Yeah, the idea was that you not take money off them if it's more than 10. That they need to have 10 gold in their pockets. Now you could.
Okay. Well, on that note, we have the. I'll just say that we picked up 12 gold, 28 silver, 24 copper, which is roughly 15 gold. So I'm just gonna write that off because that means we have to leave it with them.
No, we
Okay,
don't. No.
That's
Because we
15
didn't.
gold. If we keep the leather armor and sell that, that should be 20 gold total, which is like exactly what we need. So we can keep the crossbow and the short sword.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, so we'll sell the leather armor and keep everything else.
Yeah, sell the leather armor. Let them keep the gold, and just keep the crossbow and the short sword for ourselves.
Does that work, Goro?
You will need to actually sell it. It wasn't in great condition, so you probably won't be able to get.
Mending.
Right.
I know this is a low magic setting, but magic is still a thing. And it's
And
pretty.
I've got bluff.
Where do you get that leather armor is 40 gold?
I said no.
20.
We have
He said
15
20.
gold, but with all the gold about. And so if we sell the leather armor, that's 5 more gold for 20 total.
Yes, yes, it is. If you can find someone to purchase the armor, yes, and you probably will, honestly. Yeah,
This sword's a massive upgrade for me, and I really want to keep it.
There's no reason you can't. You just
And just having the crossbow will be good. Maybe even just as an option for bitey instead of a long spear.
Yeah, I kind of expected him to, or a Theman to attempt to use the different bolts with the crossbow. But then I remembered he has he has something better. He has something that can hit touch AC. So that, I mean, that worked great. That was better in this case.
Yes.
Yeah, good job, guys. You conquered the cave with a ton of different creatures.
And we didn't die.
And you didn't die. And you got the best possible outcome pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, we were able to do it within a single day.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Very good. You can keep on going from here and see what happens in the future.
Yay!
Yeah, like I said, Bitey is definitely interested in the historical significance of the caves. And he knows he can at least rope Thurman into coming along as a guard.
As long as Gap will be able to smash, I'm good. Gap smash.
Gap smash.
But he might try to get something out of it first, though. Like, he said someone was interested, and he said, "Hey, I'll get you more rubbings if you pay me," or something like
that. Well,
Ripley has learned a lot from this experience, and he will be training harder.
Smush those bugs. Kill those spiders.
He's gonna do like a Mr. Miyagi, except with chopsticks. It's gonna be with his pole, smacking the bugs out of the air.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that's literally his fishing pole. It's just like
I know.
it is specially fortified, and he just whips that thing out and wah waka. Just a fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
Beat your face. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
I'm going to
guys.
bounce. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, peace, everyone.
Peace.
Oh, real quick. I'm not